I have told the ambassador when we visit here to Belgrade, we must also meet our Indian sisters and brothers who are here. And of course, we also have this CAA, Assocham, and Wiki delegation, Punjab, Haryana Chamber of Commerce, Delhi Chamber of Commerce, accompanying us. So we thought we should interact so that we know what are the problems, if any, you have, and what are the opportunities in India. Of course, you are all aware, India is going through a massive transformation. And I can tell you, India is on the move. You know the reports about the recession in the economy worldwide, but India is the bright spot as of now, as per the reports of the World Bank, World Economic Forum, or ADB, or Moody's ratings. Everybody is saying India is going to move ahead economically. So that being the case, the government of India also has given more emphasis on reforms. The Prime Minister has given an advice or mantra to all of the Indians, 3-line mantra, that is reform, perform and transform. Transforming the nation. Transforming in every sense. At the end of the day, the purpose of this transformation is to better the living standards of the people. 1. To make country a strong and stable nation. And 3. To make everybody to work as per their responsibility, do their duty. Some time back, Prime Minister used a word. He said, everybody doing their duty is patriotism. That is Deshabhakti, he said. What is patriotism means? Do your duty. That means you are a patriot, if you are doing your duty. So this sort of transformation is happening. You are all aware that there is a broad consensus also. Though political parties at times they posture before elections, but broadly, because you know that I am in Parliament, I preside over the upper house of the Parliament, Rajya Sabha, and it comes to decision making, nobody opposes reforms. They may raise some points and may give some suggestions or ask for some amendments, but the spirit of reforms is uniform across the political spectrum of the country. That's one thing. Secondly, there is stability in the country. Stability and ability together. That also attracting a lot of investments. Then the country is also allowing FDI, foreign direct investment, in most of the sectors. And then the country also has moved towards a PPP model, public-private partnership. Earlier, you were all aware, we were guided by one philosophy that government should do everything and private sector is not allowed. But now the situation has totally changed. Public-private partnership is now the order of the day. And also various projects are now taken up on a SPV model, special purpose vehicle, rather than going through the normal system, the smart cities, the Amrut cities, the massive housing program, a lot of other activities, port development, airports development, and also national highway expansion. All these are now either on PPP model, in certain places SPVs are created, and a lot of countries from the globe are showing interest in investing in India. I was Minister for Urban Development till recently, 1 year back. I became Vice President last year August, 17 August. Till such time I was Minister in Urban Development and Minister in INB, Information Broadcasting, and also Minister for Parliament Affairs. Lot of ambassadors, they come and they express their desire that they want to invest in India. Metro projects, rail projects is also one preferential this thing. And also smart cities, more than 100 cities have been identified, a lot of activities going on. And then thirdly, there is an urban renaissance that is all cities, there is a new found love for civic sense, and things are moving. I don't say that everything has changed, but things are moving in a positive direction, and local bodies are also raising resources themselves rather than looking, the earlier system, district used to look to state, state used to look to center, and center has to look to World Bank. Now they are trying to raise resources. So that's why the public-private partnership is catching up. There is more transparency now in the system, and there is an element of accountability also, so that people are assured that whatever they invest, they will get back the same. And people are getting ready to pay user charges also. Of course, poor are exempted, other people who can afford. That also is happening. So, as I told you, the transformation has started with the National Highway Network by late Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Swarna Chaturbhuja Yojana, Golden Quadrilateral. From 4 lines, now it's going for 6 lines in many of the areas. Then also, as I told you, fast expansion of metro rail network in major cities of the country. And then fourthly, massive housing program, housing for all. Interest rates for housing has been reduced. And housing for the downtrodden and lower middle class is heavily subsidized so that they can also go for their own housing. As interest rates have been reduced, there are a lot of people, middle class, they are all now trying to own a house and construct a house. And then banks also have a lot of money now. Whatever may be the opinion about demonetization, one good thing is the entire money has come into the system. Banks are having a lot of money. They are looking for good, people who take the money and utilize it properly. And then the Swachh Bharat, like program like Clean India, Make in India, then Skill India. Skill development has been created as a department now, ministry, separate minister for skill development, because skill upgradation is needed. We have 65% of the population around 35 years age. So we want to upgrade their skills. And then we also have digitization going on in a big way. 250,000 villages we are reaching optic fiber lines. That is going to bring a massive transformation. And already we have more than 100 crore telephone connections in the country. So then slowly government is also taking steps to move online application, online sanction. World Bank also recently has upgraded ease of doing business ranking of India, because Bangalore, Bombay, Mumbai and Delhi, the World Bank takes those 2 cities as the parameters. And ease of doing business, ease of approvals, online approvals, and digital transformation, and slowly direct benefit transfer, then Janadhana, Aadhaar and mobile, JAM, scholarship, pension, compensation, insurance, all to be debited to their account instead of going and meeting people or getting delayed, etc. All this transformation is taking place in a big way. And the economy also is picking up. And inflation is under control. Just now, I was just seeing that we have reached a 10-month low inflation. And Fiscal Responsibility Act, fiscal deficit also is under control. That the government is making all efforts to see that the fiscal deficit is also controlled. Because fiscal deficit is one area which the international community, the investors, they look to. Whether you are managing your finances well or you are just depending only on debt. So that also there is a positive this thing. And by and large, the climate also is favorable. And government is moving in the direction of taking care of climate change, reducing pollution, transformation in the transport sector, moving from slowly towards electrical vehicles, and also moving from personal transport to general transport, like train, circular rail, as I told you, metro, bus transport, etc. These are all positive things that are happening in our country. So our business delegation which has come here, they themselves are experiencing, and they will be able to tell you also much better than what I have explained in this short duration. What I want to tell our friends who are here, and also the business community here, they should now tell the growth story of India to others here. As I told you, that things are changing faster, and then we must also work towards the strengthening of bilateral relationship with this beautiful country. Serbia is a very friendly country to India. They are supporting us on each and every international forum, and we don't have any contentious issues also. And we also stand firmly with the Serbian government with regard to their approach. And I am happy that the Serbian government have made visa on arrival. That's a very positive step taken by this government, and we really appreciate the same. And our culture, particularly yoga and Ayurveda, is also attracting a lot of attention, not only here, but everywhere. 2-3 months back, I was in Latin America, to Guatemala, to Peru, to Panama and all. To my surprise, when I was moving by road in Peru, I found a number of places, yoga centers in that country, far-off place, in Latin America countries also. So the Indian culture, Indian art is attracting a lot of attention everywhere, and the Government of India also is taking a lot of steps for the benefit of the Indian diaspora. And we, in India, you know, that we all believe that we are, the entire universe is one. Vasudaika Kutumbam. Sarve Jana Sukhina Bhavantu. That is the philosophy through which we are all guided. So that being the case, as I told you, there are problems, of course, small, but unfortunately, some of these problems are blown out of proportions and negative propaganda going on. But you know, India is a huge country with 130 crore population, with hundreds of languages, religions, sub-religions, castes, sub-castes and all. There are bound to be some problems. I am not justifying. Those problems are being identified. They are being addressed too. But by and large, as I told you, that there is total harmony in the country, and the focus of the political leadership of different hues is more on development. There is a competitiveness among political parties to offer better developmental stories. Some of the states are doing very well, including the so-called Bimaru states, which used to be called earlier. There is nothing Bimaru now. Bimaru, you know, that is Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. They used to be called as Bimaru states. But they are also now catching up. For your information, Madhya Pradesh, the agriculture growth, Serbia is also agriculture based, agriculture growth of Madhya Pradesh for last 4 years is 22%. Amazing. National average is around 4%, but Madhya Pradesh is growing it faster. So from shortage, now it's moving towards surplus also in certain sectors and all. Government of India also is giving now, the Prime Minister thrust is more on agriculture. He wants to double the income of the farmers by 2022. He is moving in that direction. Social changes are coming like Swachh Bharat, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. As I told you, secondly, reforms are in full swing. And thirdly, economy is also moving in a positive mood. So that way, everything is positive. And I welcome the businessmen from Serbia also. They can rely on India, they can also invest here. And then people who are here, they can also expand their business further, taking advantage of the growth of the country. These are some of the ideas I just wanted to exchange with you. I'm once again thankful to you people, our brothers and sisters from India who are all here. I hope you are all comfortable, and I will be happy if you want to convey anything to me or to Indian government through me. Thank you.